There we go. Sorry, you have to press your buttons. So, right, so we'll begin on the chair with your legs or lying flat on the floor or having your legs slightly bent. You see me okay, Nikki B? Yeah. Well done. Okay, so if you're using a chair, get your hips really close to it so that the legs are kind of at a right angle and the weight of your legs are held by the chair. And then pop your hands behind your head, fingers interlaced, elbows out, and then just curl your chin up, chin to the chest, squeeze. You can bring your elbows forwards, enjoy that stretch through the upper back. Keep squeezing in. And then we're going to lower the head back down. So let your head then get really heavy on your hands and chin stays tucked in. Slowly lower your head back down with the chin tucked in, and then arms can come out to the side. So your spine should be able to feel comfortable, feel rested here on the ground. With the chin tucked in, just let the shoulders relax down, head heavy, and then we're rolling the head from side to side with your breath. So it's exhale, head rolls over. Inhale, head comes back to the center. Exhale, head over. Inhale, head back to center. So I like to have my hands for this out to the side, my palms facing up. So my arms are at like a 45-degree angle. It's just that's where it's comfortable from my shoulder position. You might want to have them up and wider. Try palms up, palms down. And just rolling the head from side to side. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to add some timings in for this breathing and head rolling from side to side. We've done this before, a held breath. So you're breathing out for 3 and your head rolls to the side. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in for 3. Come back to center. On that count of 3. And then the other way for 3. 1, 2, 3. I find 3 easy because you can think beginning, middle, end. 1, 2, 3 for the breath. The breathing technique that I've taught you before is for the count of 4. So you could have a go at that. So it's exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're going to add on a hold. So you're rolling over to the side for a count of 4. Hold your breath and hold the position for 2. Breathing in for a count of 4, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath in for a count of 2. Exhale for 4, head rolls the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out for 2. And then breathing in for 4, head back to center. So I'm sure that is simple to follow, but I want you to now focus on the sensation. If you find that either of the holds, so the internal retention or the external retention, feel kind of tight and uncomfortable, then leave it out. However, if it feels really comfortable and it can feel really still and blissful and calm for some people, you could extend the hold for longer. So you'd have 4 on the breath, exhale, 4 on the hold, 4 on the inhale, 4 on the hold. So just a simple exploration of sensation. Holding for 4. Rolling the head over for 4. Holding for 4. Breathing in for 4. We'll just do one more round. Finish on the opposite side to the one you started. Finish on the inhale, nice slow return, that count of 4. And for a moment, just be still and notice how you feel. So that breath retention, that lovely still points in the breath can bring a lovely feeling of calm, peace, stillness. And when I've taught you this before, we've done it without the head rolls. So you could just lie in bed and do it first thing in the morning. Kind of bring yourself into the present moment before the day begins. Okay, so to wake yourself back up and come back into your body, just start to do little circles with your chin. So you just drop the teeth apart and just loosen your jaw. So your lips come apart and just circle your chin around. And then go round the other way. And as you make little circles with your jaw, you can join the lips in, just loosening everything, and then start to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. You could let the wrists and the ankles join in if you've got space to move the feet around, just loosening and easing into toes and fingers, and wrists, ankles. Changing the direction. And then coming to stillness. And then we'll start to move shoulder stretching first of all. So you're still lying maybe with your calves on the chair, or you could slide away and you're tucking your thumbs and your index fingers into the crease of the elbow for the shoulder lift. So breathing in, draw your forearms up and over, letting the arms feel like they're floating up through a cloud. And exhale, bring your forearms all the way back down. So although I'd like you to keep it all sort of the feeling of feeling soft and floaty up and down. When you get to the top of the inhale, do a little pull. So you feel the stretch out of the waist and through the rib cage. And when you get to the bottom on the exhale, pull the elbows down and away, feeling your shoulder blades trying to pull down towards your hips. So floating up at the top of the inhale, do that extra little stretch. Exhale, floating down. At the end of the exhale, do that extra little stretch and pull down. And then next time you bring the arms up, unfold your arms and extend out through your fingers. Spread the palms and fingers wide. Lengthen. If you feel uncomfortable in the shoulders, sometimes they can feel a bit pinchy and tight, then open your arms a little bit wider, but you can still stretch and open and get the reach out of the waist and the rib cage. So breathing in, lengthen through the fingertips. Breathing out, float the arms down, bring your right knee in and squeeze. You can bring your head up to the knee. Breathing in, float the arms up and away. Right leg goes back on the chair or on the ground. And then exhale, bring the left knee in and squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee in. And always returning that leg back to the starting position on the chair or on the ground. Open, inhale. Exhale, squeeze and tuck in. And if you enjoyed that counting with the breaths, you could use it in any of the postures, these flowing vinyasa type postures. So you're breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, extend, hold. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze, hold. Inhale, open. And draw in, exhale. One more round. We'll finish with the left leg as we started with the right. Take your time, especially if you're doing those held pauses. And then as you draw the left leg in, you pick up the right leg to meet the left and squeeze and hold tight. That's it. So I'm just going to encourage you to either rock yourself a little bit from side to side, or be still, or rock yourself backwards and forwards. You might need to just move yourself away from the chair a bit. We're coming to the chairs later. We're coming to sitting shortly, and we'll be on the chair. So using this moment, rocking or being still, to let the body weight drop down into the back, into the floor, and feel, where does it feel good to stretch and squeeze as you rock from side to side. And then bring your feet down onto the floor. Shuffle away from the chair if it's still close by. Arms down by your side for Setu Bandhasana, the bridge pose. So key thing to remember here with your position of the feet, especially those of you at home that can't see your feet, have a look at the outside edge of your foot. You want the outside edge of the foot parallel with the outside edge of your mat, and your heels fairly close towards your bottom. Unless you've got issues with your knees, then it's better for you to have your feet a little further apart, further away from your hips, but still trying to get that outside edge parallel with the outside edge of the mat so that you're not turning your toes out. Right, so start with some pelvic tilts. So we'll do this just to kind of wake up those core muscles. So you're pulling up on your pelvic floor and draw your abdominal muscles in towards the spine. And then exhale, release and relax. Inhale, sucking up and in. So you're not lifting all the way up into bridge at all. You're just engaging the core and feel the small of your back push down into the mat. Exhale, release, let go. 2 more. That's it. And again, inhale, pull up, up, up. Hold. And exhale, release. So that starts each one of these bridge poses. So pull up pelvic floor, draw your abs up and in, and then keeping a hold of these locks, you then start to lift your hips. So you're pulling up from the core, you're pulling up, lifting up, as if you had a string attached to your pubic bone, the other end of the string attached to your ceiling, and it's pulling you up like a puppet being pulled up, drawn up. Lift. And then to come down, core muscles bring you back down, so you don't just drop. So you're breathing in, lift up, pull up from the core, and exhale, slowly lower back down. Think about your pressure through the feet, so you want to be pushing across the whole of the ball of the foot, nice and even. Lovely. Oh. Good. 2 more. Pelvic tilt, pull up, inhale, exhale, lower down. Last one. Okay, then lowering back down. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open out into Baddha Konasana, the reclined cobbler pose. So the feet mirror each other. Press the big toes together, the balls of the feet, the heels. So as you press into the feet, feel the inner thighs activate, squeezing. And then release and relax. So the feet are still touching, but there's a heaviness to the legs as you relax and flop them down. And so you've still got your feet pressing together. Your arms are down by your side. Maybe your hands, like mine, are just tucked underneath the thighs a little bit. And then push your feet evenly together. Tilt the pelvis, abs engaged, and lift up into bridge pose with the knees wide, into this wobbly bridge. That's it, good. Exhale, slowly lower down. So it's not about height, it's about activating the legs, pressing through the feet, drawing up through the core on the inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. So it's still there. Okay, keep going. So leg up to help drain the lactic acid. Okay, then bring your inner thighs together and draw your knees into your chest. Feels like it's easing a bit, isn't it? This is fine. And then again, knees in, hold. You can rock from side to side. Oh, and there's this circling action, which is really soothing for the back of the pelvis and the lower back. So you keep your knees together and you just circle around. And then you change direction. Okay, so we do those 2 versions of bridge pose again before we come up to the chairs. So feet back on the floor. And just checking your position. So the outside edge of your foot is parallel with the outside edge of the mat. Arms down by your side, chin tucking in. Tilting the pelvis, pulling up on the pelvic floor, your lower abdominal muscles, and drawing up to the ceiling with that core strength. Exhale, slowly lower back down. 3 more, take your time. lifting up, 1, 2, 3, 4, lowering down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Is that better, Heather? Good. Okay, so coming down, then it's Baddha Konasana. So that's soles of the feet together, heels together, balls of the feet together, toes touch, arms down by your side, palms down, wobbly bridge, pressing firmly, tilting the pelvis, lift, inhale, activating the legs, exhale, slowly lower back down. Just do 3 more. Pressing the soles of the feet together, activating the legs, lift, inhale. No. And then when you've done 4, the inner thighs come back together and draw both knees into your chest and just enjoy that stretch of the back, stretch of the glutes. Super. Okay, so take your time to come up to sitting and then onto all 4s. And maybe put something underneath your knees. Can I get my blanket? So spreading your fingers nice and wide. Those same muscles activated, pelvic floor, abdominal muscles drawing up and in to flatten the back. Look straight down and then just nudge your hips back and then rock forwards, sending the crown of the head forward. So your shoulders go beyond your wrists. Send the hips back, lean into the hands and then press the crown of the head forward. So it's not cat pose where we're hollowing and rounding. We're just using this rocking motion to create space for the discs in the lower back. Rock back, lean into the hands, rock forwards. Rocking back, rocking forwards, that's it. Nikki B, just watch your very wonderful flexi back. So just try and keep abs engaged. So when you come forwards, you don't hollow too much. That's better, that's it, that's it. There's more, lots of control. Okay, coming back to that still position in the center. Tailbone tucks under, abs engaged. Extend your right leg out, but keep your toes on the ground. Push through your right heel. Just take my socks off, so it's slide. And you are doing that same rocking motion, but pressing back through the right heel. If your wrists get tired, come onto your fists. So you're tucking the toe under and then you're just pushing. Feel that flex, that stretch through your calf and then bring the crown of the head forwards. Press back, come forwards, press back. And then we bring this right leg round to the left side. So it just, the toes stay on the ground and you slide your toes around to the left. The heel is up, push away. So I'll just do it backwards so you can see. So right leg behind, sliding the right toes round to the left, push out through the heel. And then you look over your left shoulder for that deeper side stretch, looking towards your right heel. Good. Okay, coming back with the leg, so slide it back up and in and bring your knee into your chest and see if you can hook your heel right up to your bottom and bring your head, nose in towards the knee, round. And then knee back down on the ground for the other side. So extending your left leg out, toes on the ground, sit toes on the ground. And then just do that calf stretch first of all. So you're just pushing, rocking forwards, press back, rock forwards. It's lovely to open the feet and the toes. Our feet work so hard, you know, whatever we're doing, especially when they're cold. It's nice to give them a bit of love rather than just wrapping them up and putting them in loads of shoes and boots and things. And opening, spreading the toes, feeling that stretch through the calf. And then back to shoulders over wrists, and then slide your toes to the right, push through the heel, keep your heel up, so don't let your foot drop down, and then look over your right shoulder, keep pressing through the heel and enjoy that stretch through your hip, the side waist, the rib cage, press away. And then slide the toes back and then curl your knee up and in, head to the knee, heel up, squeezing. Bring your knee down on the ground and then bottom back towards your heels, stretch your fingers forwards into swan stretch. Really nice opening for the shoulders, but just make sure they feel comfortable as well as open. So you can stretch and it can be sore and feel like it's pinching, but you can stretch and have a more open position for the joint if you just widen the arms a little bit, and hopefully feel more comfortable. Drop the head down. Hips going back as far as it's comfortable for you, especially for the knees. And then walk your hands to the right, stretching the fingers way to the right. Some of you might feel comfortable putting the left hand on top of the right, or you might just need to keep the arms wide. That might feel better for you. So you're breathing out, press your weight back into your heels, breathing in, extends through the fingertips. Going the other way, walk your fingers around like they're moving through, or around following the arc of a rainbow. Maybe right hand on top of left, head down, press the hips back, stretch the fingers away. Inhale, coming all the way back to center. So from here, we're going to eventually come up to standing and then sit on the chair. You might want to have a go at coming up into a squat. So I know this won't suit all of you, so just ignore this bit and get yourself up onto a chair if you don't want to do it. Some of you might want to join in. So you're coming up onto all fours, having your knees and feet wide, walking your hands back to your knees. Again, this is really nice for opening the feet. You push your weight back, toes spread open, heels pop down, maybe coming to squat. So I can get my heels down, but you might be up here or a little higher. To squat down, this is very nice for the back, very good. And then slowly lift the hips and come all the way up to standing. Hands to your heart. All right, so get yourselves all organized with your chair. I'll just change my position and sort the camera out so you can see me. So I'll go side on first of all, and then I'll swivel myself around. So all right, so the chair, make sure you haven't, for those of you at home, make sure you've got a chair that hasn't got sides, and you make sure you've got space beside of you to bring your arms up. So if you lean forwards in your seat, and then wiggle your bottom all the way back to the back edge of the seat, and then sit up. So you are leaning back. So you don't want to be slumped, tailbone tucking under. Okay. Absolutely, yes. So if you have shorter legs, shorter calves, and you feel that the floor is a distance away, so this is a bit slim. I haven't got a yoga block here, but you could put that underneath your feet so you're bringing the floor up. Or you can use cushion or anything, really. Hands to your heart. I'm going to bang into the wall here as we force a bit. Okay, so tucking the tailbone under, abs engaged. Pressing your thumb, the back edge of the thumb firmly into the sternum. Elbows down, lift up through the top of the head. Breathing in. Draw your arms into a big circle. So you sweep them up and away. Lengthen and lift up through the fingertips. Maybe leaning into the back of the chair. Carefully arch back, lovely. Exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more of those. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lengthen, lift. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, lift with the counts or without. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, this time we're going to fold forward. So breathing in, lift. Exhale, bring your arms wide and fold forwards. So you're just going to maybe bring your hands onto your sides, or maybe bring your hands to the feet and drape the head down and fold. Pressing through the feet, abs engaged, slowly come up, picking up your right leg as you go. So you're drawing the right leg in, squeeze, and then bring your head in, curl up. Change your hand position, sit up tall, so your hands come behind the back of your right leg, and then press your right leg out, flexing the foot. Push out, that's it. Toes up, heel away. Release the leg down. Pick up the left leg, squeeze in, curl up, straighten, extend out, push out through the heel. Leg straight. Enjoy that stretch. Release the leg down, both feet on the floor. Big breath in, open, lift the heart. Exhale, folding forwards again. So both feet on the floor, Nick, that's it. Lower, lower, lower. Slide the hands down, enjoy that stretch. Feel your weight sinking back into your seat. So you're pressing your hips down towards the back of the seat where we were wriggling back. And then pressing your feet into the floor, your block or your cushion. You're slowly coming up. This time, bring your hands in a big circle up and around. Heart open. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale. So this is a version of sun salutes. Exhale, fold to arms wide. 2, 3, 4. Reaching down, head heavy, release. Inhale, lift and open the heart, pull the chest up. Grab a hold of the leg as you go, picking up the right leg, squeeze in. Curl the head to the knee, tuck it in. Hand position change, so your hands behind the thigh, and then press the leg out, flex. Lovely. Release the leg down, grab a hold of the left leg, pick it up, squeeze in. Head to knee, curl up. Hand position changes to fingers behind the back of the thigh, press out, flexing. Feel that strong stretch of the back of the legs. Release the leg down. Folding over again, so just drape the arms down, fold down the legs, fold, fold, fold. Head heavy, release. Maybe you could just do a little lift of the chest, pull yourself open, and then fold a little bit deeper, melting over the legs. And then to carefully come up, abs engaged, push through your feet so your legs are strong and active, and sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We'll do one more round on the chair. Breathing in, sweep the arms up and away. Exhale, arms wide, fold forwards over the legs. Bow. Inhale, lift the chest just a little, so you're pressing the hips back and down. Heart open. Exhale, fold again, deepen. Inhale, picking up the right leg as you go, draw in, squeezing. Bring the head to the knee, curl up. Staying with the right leg, flex the foot, hands underneath the thigh, press away, flex the leg. Release the leg down, switch sides, grab a hold of left leg, draw it up and in, squeeze, working that hip flexor. Curl up, hands behind the thigh, flex, driving that heel away, well done. Feel that stretch through the back of the leg, good. Release the leg down, sliding down the leg, so fold, exhale. Hips pressing down, take a big breath in, lift a little, exhale, fold a little further, hips still down to the chair. And then inhale, come all the way up. Big circle with the hands. Exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, so I'm going to give you a choice now. You can continue on the chair. We're doing 3 more rounds. So on the chair, or you can come to standing. So I'm going to try and talk you through both at the same time. I will demonstrate standing. Now we've run through the chair. Okay, so you start at the front edge of your mat. Hands to your heart. Legs together. Pushing firmly down through the feet, abs engaged. Inhale, sweep your arms up into the circle. So if you were sitting, it's exactly what we've just done. Pressing through the heels, lengthen and lift up through the fingertips. Soften your knees and then exhale, fold forwards with your arms in a big wide arc. Down you go. Keep your knees nice and soft, especially those of you who need to protect your back. Soft knees. Here we then lift the heart, take a breath in, heart open. Exhale, fold. And when we were grabbing hold of the knee, drawing it in, instead now you put your hands on the floor and step back with your right leg. So there's your lunge when we were holding the legs. If you're still on a chair, you're squeezing the right leg in. Press back. Coming back with the left leg. So both legs are back, shoulders over the wrists. Pop your knees down on the ground. Lower your chest and chin down to the floor. Flatten yourself and just come into a little back bend. Lift the heart. Exhale, lower down. And then we come back to downward facing dog. So that's when we're on the chair, pushing the heels out, one leg at a time. So you come onto the knees, press through the hands, lift the hips, opening the feet, head down. Or you could just stay on all fours, chin down, and just rock the hips backwards, crown of the head forwards. Hips backwards, crown of the head forwards. Okay, so now we step forward. So maybe come onto your knees first. You could bring the right foot in to the hands, lunging, or you can come onto the knees, grab a hold of the right leg, pull it forwards, then hand comes back down. There's your lunge. And then you bring the left foot to the right, so both feet are at the front edge of the mat. Take a breath in, exhale, fold, and then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands to your heart. And we begin again together, whether you're on the chair or standing. So hands to your heart, breathing in, sweep your arms up and open, lengthen, lift. Exhale, fold forwards through the standing fold or seated fold over the legs. Inhale, do a little lift, open the heart. So maybe hands on thighs, lift here, chair or standing. Exhale, fold. And then we're bringing the left leg back, lunging. Or if you're on the chair, you're tucking the leg in, squeeze it tight, round over the knee, pressing back with the right leg, plank position. Knees, chest, chin down to the floor, lower. On the chair, you'd be leaning into the back of the chair, rolling the shoulders open, coming into cobra, or just lifting, opening the heart on the chair. Exhale, fold. And then here we go into downward facing dog. If you're on the chair, it is extending out through the heels one at a time, or you could be on your knees, abs engaged, rocking your hips backwards and forwards, or you could come back into swan stretch. Hips back, fingers forwards. And then we come forwards, stepping left foot forwards, then the right. Those of you on the chair, you're now folding forwards over both legs, draping yourself down, fold. Bending your knees, push through your heels, abs engaged, whether you're sitting or standing, coming all the way up, float the arms up and away. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more round. So for this last round, a bit of imagery. You imagine you've got the sun in front of you, big golden sun. I think it is actually shining a bit outside here in Painswick. So you're breathing in, fingers around the sun, catching the sun's rays. And then we're saluting the sun by bowing, prostrating ourselves to the sun. Fold. Inhale, lift and open the heart. Lunging, so you're back with the right leg. Left leg meets the right. So if you're on the chair, you're drawing the knee in. Lower down. If you're on the chair, pressing into the chair with your hips and leaning back, heart open, back bend. Exhale, lower down. The alternative to downward facing dog on the chair is extending one leg out at a time, pushing out through the heel, holding the back of the thigh. Or you could be on all fours, abs engaged, rocking the hips backwards, crown of the head forwards as we've done. That's it. Lovely. And then coming forwards with the left, right leg, lunge, left to right. Open inhale, everybody bowing forwards, whether you're on the chair or standing. Bend the knees, push through your heels and inhale, come all the way up, fingers catching the sun's rays. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then whether you're sitting or standing, just spend a moment in stillness. If you're standing, have your feet a little bit wider so you've got a firmer, solid position, toes facing forwards, arms down by your side. Perhaps close your eyes or just have your gaze down low and just notice how you feel. So we're connecting with the sun in the sky above us and the warmth from the sun within you. Feel the warm parts of you, feel the cooler parts of you. Maybe noticing a little bit more heat that's being generated. The quickening of the breath, of the heart. And then come back to those steady, slow breaths, using that count, breathing in for 4. And breathing out for 4. Breathing in for 4. And breathing out for 4. Maybe add the hold, holding in, retaining. Breathing out for 4, holding out. Another round. Finishing on the exhale. And then return to normal breaths. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Okay, so I want to finish the practice this morning with doing some back bends with you all. So you'll have to be down on your front and maybe put an extra bit of padding underneath your blanket underneath you so it's more comfortable. To get yourself down, I'm going to change the camera angle for those of you at home again. Oh, sliding with my blanket. Okay, so you're on your front, like so. One hand on top of the other. Legs out straight, point your toes. Forehead rests on the back of your hands. So we'll begin by just tucking the tailbone under, pressing your pubic bone down, lengthen out through your right toes, keep the legs straight and strong, and then lift at the right leg, lengthen, and then exhale. As you lower it back down, keep stretching it until it finds the floor, then relax. Left leg, tailbone tucks under, extend out through the left toes, lift, lengthen. And then exhale as you lower down, keep stretching away until the foot touches the ground, then release. Right leg, lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extending, lower down. Left leg, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Last round, right leg. Lengthen, lengthen, keep extending. Left leg. And release down. Okay, so to ease the bottom and the lower back, roll the heels out, toes tuck in, just jiggle your hips from side to side, or you could bend your legs so your thighs are still on the ground and just flip the feet from side to side, or you could swing your heels around in a circle. Swing round, that's lovely, that's it. Around the other way. Okay, then place the feet back down on the ground so you've still got all that length. We've been stretching, lengthening, maybe point the toes again, but big stretch, and then release the legs down. Now bring your arms into a different position so that your elbows are level with your shoulders. Fingers stretching out in front of you, forehead down on your mat. So your legs stay on the ground, feet stay on the ground. Tuck your tailbone under. Squeeze your glutes. And then slowly lift the head and lift the chest, keeping the elbows down on the ground as well. Look down at your mat. Pull up through the top of the head. Keep pressing the tops of the feet down, lengthening out through the toes. Pressing the pubic bone down and lift up through the top of the head and breathe here. Loosen the shoulders, pull them, that's it, pull them away from the ears, lovely. Nikki, B, feet down, that's it. Exhale, release, and let the bottom relax, squeeze to hold, and then it's important to let go of these muscles completely. Relax, relax, relax. Okay, coming up again. If you feel that you've got more to give, that you want to do more of a stretch, changing your hand position so hands come underneath your, elbows come underneath. Let's do Sphinx pose first of all. So elbows under the shoulders, lengthen out through the toes, plant the tops of the feet, tuck the tailbone under, roll the shoulders back and down, and then gripping into the mat, rolling the shoulders back, heart open, pull yourself forwards, lift. Keep planting the feet down, tailbone tucks under, heart open. If that feels too uncomfortable on your back, then elbows down and wide, and just lift a little lower, chin tucking in, look at the mat. Lifting up through the heart, pull the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Exhale, as you come back down, pull yourself forwards and down, lengthen, 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 then release. Again, all that gripping and holding of the bottom and pressing through the feet, you completely let go. Jiggle the hips, maybe bend the legs, swinging the heels round, or just flopping your feet from side to side like windscreen wipers. So those of you who have more flexibility in the back, you could come into full cobra pose now. So the hands come underneath the shoulders. You roll your shoulders back and down. Same position for the legs. So I'm pressing the tops of my feet into the mat, tucking the tailbone under, lifting up through the heart, and then press with the hands and draw up. So you want to keep your hips down, pubic bone down, shoulders down, heart open, or your lower elbows on the ground supporting you. Or you're even lower still and lifting up through the top of the head. Just getting a nice lift in the spine, arch in the spine, heart open, shoulders down, elbows pulling towards the hips. Breathe into the heart. Exhale, pull yourself forwards and down, release, release. And bend the legs, flop your heels from side to side or heels out, toes on the ground, and jiggle your hips from side to side. Sit from here, hands under the shoulders. On your exhale, push yourself back into child pose. Bottom back towards your heels. Head down, feel the stretch through your back. That's it, curl up. Maybe you've got your bottom in the air and your forehead down. Just enjoy that stretch through the back, breathing into the lower back, stretch it. And then hands into your shoulders. Straighten your arms, so you're pushing into the ground to lift the chest. And swing your legs round, put on your extra layers, and let's get ready to take some rest. If you have the chair still close to you and you want to finish as we started with your calves up on the chair, then grab the chair, or you could just lie down like so. Shavasana is completely flat, feet out, arms out, or maybe with some supports, with the legs bent, knees together. So we just spend a few moments back on that breath exercise. Just to cement it in your learning this morning. So start with the breath in for 4 and the breath out for 4. If you find that really comfortable, extend it to 6. Breathing in for 6 breathing out for 6. There should be no force. And then, if you wish, adding on the retentions. So the internal and external retentions are for as long as is comfortable for you. So that could be a count of 2, 4. Probably don't go any higher than that for now. So breathing in, counting, holding, breathing out for your preferred count. Holding the breath out, external retention. Breathing in for the count. Finish on the exhale, and then just let your breath return to normal. Enjoy the power of the breath, bringing you into stillness. So we're going to come up to sitting now. So slowly wake yourself back up. If those of you at home want to stay resting for longer and you have time, please do. You start to just bring a little bit of movement to your fingers, to your toes. And come up to sitting, sit on your chair, sit on some blocks, sit on the floor, wherever is comfortable for you. Hands to your heart. And then take a big breath in. Exhale, bow forwards. And rise, inhale. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Good to see you. Just going to stop this recording.